Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Digital Cheat Sheet. All right, this next installment, we're going to talk about hyperlinking text and images on your web page. Okay, so that's a biggie because you don't want to always have to make a whole new website or something like that, or every PDF doesn't have to be an external link page, right? You can actually hyperlink that too. So, I could put that to a picture. I could put that to a flyer image that you may have or some text, anything like that. It doesn't have to be a school supply list external link page unless you want it to be that. You can literally have that hyperlinked onto a page that you're already on. Keeping everything, very streamlined. Again, as few clicks as possible for the users coming to your site. The parents, they're living their lives. They just want to come and see the school lunch menu and going about their business. If everything's living, as close to the homepage as possible or to the surface of the website as possible, it's going to make it so much easier for everybody. Okay, so let's hop into this. I'm going to go into design mode. All right, so I'm going to drag down a brand new content portlet. I'm going to drop it at the top. Okay, again, I just click, drag, and drop. All right, again, you got two editors. Okay, we all know I prefer this one for myself, but you could do, as you wish, whatever works best for you. I know people that use both. So, whichever one you like. Okay. All right. So let's start with some text. I recommend that you type the text out first and then do the hyperlinking to that text. Okay. It just makes it a little easier. So say, please click here for information. All right. Let's say I just want to hyperlink the words click here, right? Okay. I'm going to go into my Hyperlink Manager after highlighting that text. It's the little globe with the little link on it. I'm going to click on that. Now up here, I have the URL that I want to hyperlink to, of course. The link text is already there because I already typed that in. I don't have to worry about it trying to insert or delete anything. So you don't have to mess with that at all. The target is always going to be a new window. The only exception is if you're linking back to your exact website. Like if you are, Church and Academy Elementary School, then, unless it's going on Church and Academy Elementary School and they're still going to have your same menu bar and it's still your same, website, it's just another page on your site. If you're even linking it back to the division page for something, always do a new window because you don't want to just kick people off of your web page. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to make this one ppsk12.us/jobs. All right. So the tooltip, which is the same as the alt text, I'm going to put PPS, I'll say PPS job openings. Okay. So we got the PPS job openings in there, got the URL, the link text is already there, new window, click OK. And there we go. It doesn't look like it's linked. That's just the look of it right now. That may change with another update from School Messenger, but when you hover over it, I have my tooltip popping up and it underlines itself. A little trick that I do, I highlight that text again and I just underline it. So that way it looks like a link, right? Now I take it a step further myself because I like it to be blue. I always run into issues trying to make it blue with the hyperlinking, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you are interested in that, um, you know, maybe I can share that with you directly. I have to go into the HTML coding to actually put in a code for blue text. Okay, so that's what. So you don't have to do that. You don't even have to underline it if you don't want to. It's totally your preference. But for me, I just think at least with the underline, it just makes it stand out from the rest of the black text. So they know they could click here, literally and figuratively. Okay. All right, so that's done. We're good to go there, right? Now, the biggie is an image. So for hyperlinking images, if you look at the banner for the homepage, for the ppsk12.us homepage, I actually edit all of those images to look that way, those banners with the information on it. And then I just put a little box there that says, learn more here or click here, or, to watch the video, whatever. and then people click right there and everything opens up. All I did was hyperlink the whole image. So you could click anywhere on that image and it'll open it up. The cool thing is just, I mean, it might be a little tricky, but I think it's harmless. I'm not trying to hurt anybody or anything like that or pull the wool over their eyes, but it's just my little secret that I'm sharing with you guys. And if you want to make your stuff look more exciting, add that color to your page, right? I mean, look at this. This is white with black text. I mean, I'm falling asleep already, So let's get an image up here and hyperlink that. So that way, that could also be another way to link to a website and not just text even taking it that one step further to make your web page look really nice. So I'm going to open up my image manager now. And, solely focusing on embedding images onto your web page. That's another video in this series. So be sure to check that out. I'm just going forward with actually looking at hyperlinking it. Okay. So I'm going to come in here. Let's go here. And let's see. I will go to, let's do school board, I believe. There we go. Okay. So we have the school board there, right? Actually, this is the new one. Yep, that one added someone else. So I'm going to go to my properties. I know that that is way too wide, right? It needs to be no more than 600. I'm going to stick to my own rules here. Okay, so keep that width 600 pixels or less. Okay, it shouldn't be any bigger than that. It's just way too big. And it might not actually translate onto your website well either. So don't want to mess with that. I'm going to say PPS school board. All right, and then hit insert. Boom. Now my picture's in there. Widen this up a bit so I can see the whole thing. There we go. Okay, so the image is there. And see, I edited this image with the click here to tune in on it, right? Now, to hyperlink this, all I need to do is just click on it or highlight it. That highlights it. If I just click on the picture, go back to my Hyperlink Manager, and it's the same thing. I go here. If I go to, let's see, I'll actually pull up the whole school board web page, make it accurate. All right. And we want to watch a live or archive meeting. And this is actually something I put this up every 2 weeks on the web page if you've ever been on the home page. So this is real time. This is how I do this. I just put it in the banner, not in the not in the body of the page. That's the only difference, but it's the same function. Okay? So all I did was just copy that URL and paste it in here. See that? Very simple. So that's in there now. The target, again, new window, just a rule of thumb. It just makes it easier. My tooltip again. I know it seems redundant to have to type it in twice, but we just do. And that's just how it goes. PPS school board, okay. Now, I come out, hover over it, PPS school board. But when I go into this, once we publish it, we'll test it out. And it should be a clickable image now, and it'll be hyperlinked to go to that web page in a whole new window. I'll even close this one so we don't get confused. All right. Now, the third thing we're going to do, like I said in the beginning, let's say I have a PDF or I have a flyer. How do I do that? Same thing as that here. So click here for the school supply list, right? Let's say I want to highlight that whole thing. You could actually underline it before or after. It really doesn't matter, if you're going to do the underline thing. Okay. Hyperlink Manager again. Now, if you look over here, this is the icon for the document manager. Aha. They snuck it up there on us. So I come here, and this opens up my File Explorer again on the server now. The File Explorer for the server. So I'm in here. Let's see. I will go to. I'm just gonna pick something that has a document in there. Let's say gifted and talented. I don't even know what that one is. It's fine. I'm just picking things at random, but of course, you would have your own documents. Okay, we're gonna say a new window. Um, Always a new window when you're doing the document manager as a hyperlink. It's just like an external link page, right? We don't want that PDF to just erase all the whole website is going to go away and it's just going to be a PDF document, and then the parents are stuck, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we keep everything streamlined. Don't want to kick anybody off of your website. Always do a new window because they can easily get back to their starting point. Okay. So the tooltip, I that school supply list because that's the story that we're going with. Click insert. Now, one thing to note here, you see how that says none again? I'm just going to come back in and click new window again. It's probably just a glitch on School Messenger's end, and that's fine, but I just want to make sure that everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. All right, I got all that in there. I'm going to click OK. Actually, before I click OK, if you look here under URL, when we do the document manager, look at what happened here. User file, servers, server, all of that gobbledygook to say that this is the PDF that you're posting. Okay, so that file path on your server is literally being used as a URL. And that's a big thing to note, which is that's why we put everything that we put on the website on the server. It doesn't go away just because you're not putting it out there, just like hidden pages. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. They just can't see it. Whoever they is, if you don't want the viewers to see it, if you don't want people to see it at all, you can archive it so no one can even access that URL anymore, anything like that. But just because it's hidden doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Okay. So having that is a big, big deal because now we're able to do things like this. We can hyperlink images and text directly to a document. You don't have to make a page and then try to screenshot it and put it on the page. You don't have to do any of that. I see that on websites sometimes, and it doesn't have to be that way. It just doesn't have to be that way. So this is just streamlining it and cleaning it up across the board. Okay. And I hover over it. My tooltip comes up or alt text comes up, school supply list. We're good to go there. All right. I'm going to click publish. Change page status from hidden to publish. No, thank you. I don't want to change it from hidden to publish. That does not mean that it won't publish your changes. Let's just make that very clear. This just means that the page you're working on is hidden. Either you just made it or you hid it on purpose because you're working on it for later on or something like that. You don't have to click yes to see your edits go live. The edits can go live even if you click no. It's just saying that, you'll have to go to the page status from the toolbar, right? And then make it live later. Click show under that page status to make it live later. That's all. It's just asking you, do you want to do 2 for 1? And if you're ready to go live, then click yes, and it'll publish your changes and go live, public to public view for viewers to be able to see that. So it's click no. If you're not ready, click no. You don't have to freak out about that one either. Okay. Please click here for more information. We said PPS job openings, right? Let's click that. Oh, look at that. New tab. And the human resources page pops up. Beautiful. That one worked. Let's see. Image. Again, you could click anywhere. I'll click right here in this empty space on this picture. The whole image is hyperlinked, but look at that. People see that button, or if you just say, click here on an underlined line of text up there on your graphic before you post on the website, they're going to click right there. And, it's just natural for us to do that. Okay. So that's working. Click here for the school supply list. This isn't the school supply list. This is just a random document that I pulled, but look at that. New window. I got my PDF here. Ooh, 26 pages. All right. So that's up. Okay. So all of that was done in a content portlet. All that was done by hyperlinking. And we literally just went to 3 different places from one page. And look what little information we have here. I didn't have to put a whole paragraph. I didn't have to put, like I said, I didn't have to screen grab a whole PDF document and put the pages down or make several different pages. It's a lot of ways you can streamline this content and make it a lot easier for people to access what they need. You're just acting as a funnel. We're all just redirecting traffic to each other, right? So that's awesome. We did with the URLs. Now you can hyperlink images. You can hyperlink text to images. You can hyperlink text to flyers, to other websites, all that good stuff. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll do the best I can to assist. But outside of that, thank you for watching and be sure to keep looking through these videos if you have any other questions. All right.